between curves. To determine the area between y equals the function of x and y is equals to g of x on the interval a and b, we are also going to assume that function of x is greater or equal to g of x. So in this diagram, we have y is equals to function of x, which is the upper portion, and the lower portion of the curve is y equals to g of x. The shaded area is the area between two curves. From a to b, area is equals to the integral of function of x minus g of x dx from a to b. To determine the area between x equals to function of y and x equals to g of y on the interval c d with function y greater than or equal to g of y, so we have the blue curve is the x equals to function of y from the right portion, and the left portion is the x equals to g of y, and the shaded area is the area between curves from c to d. So the area formula is equals to the integral of function of y minus g of y dy from c to d. Example: determine the area of the region enclosed by y is equals to x squared and y is equals to square root of x. Using the formula for area between curves, we have area is equals to the integral of the upper function minus the lower function dx from a to b. First, we need to identify what is the upper function and what is the lower function of the given curves by plotting. So in this example, we have plot the two curves, which means y is equals to x squared, which is the red line, or the curve y is equals to square root of x, which is the blue one. And enclosed, we have the area. Based on the formula, we identify what is the upper function and lower function. In this case, the blue one is the upper function and the red one is the lower function. We need to find the limit of a to b by using the two equations, equate it, and you can find the value of, or the two values of x. So we have y is equals to x squared, and the other one is equal to y is equals to square root of x. X squared is equal to square root of x, and then we multiplied by the square, and this will be x to the fourth, and it is equal to x, and we cancel out, and this is equivalent to 3, and this will be x cubed is equal to 1, or x cube root of 1, and the value for x is equal to 1. So we have the first value for x. If y is equal to 0, then x squared is equal to 0, or x is equal to 0. So we have now the limit x equal to 0, and the other one is x is equal to 1. The upper function is the value or the curve y is equal to square root of x. So the area is equal to the integral of the upper function, which is square root of x, then minus the lower function, which is y is equal to x squared, or x squared and dx from 0 to 1. And that's the time we integrate. So the integration of square root of x, or this will be x 1/2 minus x squared dx, and we integrate, this will be x 1/2 plus 1, or this is x 3 over 2 all over 3 over 2 minus x2 plus 1 or 3 over 3, and we have the limit, which is 1 or 0 to 1. We substitute the value for the first limit, the upper limit, which is 1. So we have 1 3 over 2 all over 3 over 2 minus 1 cube all over 3, and we subtract the value for the lower limit, which is 0, or this will be 0 cube 3 over 2 all over 3 over 2 minus 0 cube all over 3. This will be equivalent to 0, and we have this is 2 over 3 minus 1/3. So 2 over 3 minus 1/3, and the area is equivalent to 1 over 3. So this is the area of the shaded portion. Another example. Determine the area of the region bounded by y is equals to x e exponent negative x squared, y is equals to x plus 1, x is equal to 2, and the y-axis. Area between curves, the formula is equals to a is equals to integral of the upper function minus lower function dx from limit a to b. Graph the equation. We have the curve y is equals to x e exponent negative x squared, and we have y is equals to x plus 1, which is a straight line, and bounded by x is equal to 2, and the y-axis. The shaded portion is the area to be computed. In this case, we identify that y is equals to x plus 1 is the upper function, while y is equals to x times e exponent negative x squared is the lower function. The first limit is equal to 2, and the other limit is equal to 0. Area is equal to the integral of the upper function is the line, which is y is equals to x plus 1. So we have x plus 1 minus the lower function, which is y is equals to x e negative x squared. This will be x e negative x squared and dx, and the limit is from 0 up to 2, and then that's the time we integrate. So the limit or the integral of x is equivalent to 1/2 of x squared, and the integral of 1 is x. The integral of x e negative x squared is also e negative x squared, the integral of the exponential value all over 2, and negative sign, it will be plus sign, and we have the limit from 0 to 2, and this time we substitute. So 1/2 of 2 squared plus 2 plus e negative 2 squared all over 2 negative of 1/2 of 0 squared plus 0 plus 1/2 of e negative 0 squared, and the value for 1/2 of times 0 squared is 0, and this will be also 0, and this one, the value for e exponent negative 0 is equivalent to 1, and then we simplify. So we have 1/2 times 2 times 2, 4, or it will be 2 plus 2 and plus 1/2 of e plus 1/2 of e negative 4, and we have negative, we have 0 plus 0 plus 1/2 times 1 or 1/2. So this will be negative times 1/2 or 1/2. And we simplify. So 2 plus 2 is 4 minus 1/2, or using the LCD, this will be 4 times 2 or 8 minus 1 or 7 over 2 plus e negative 4 all over 2. We have 3.5092. So this will be the value. Example: determine the area of the region bounded by y is equals to 2x squared plus 10 and y is equals to 4x plus 16. So we have two curves, and using the formula for area between curves, a is equals to integral of upper function minus lower function dx from limit a to b. Based on the graph, so we have the line, which is y is equals to 4x plus 16, and this is the line based on the graph, and y is equals to 2x squared plus 10, which is the curve bounded by, we have the shaded portion, which is the area to be computed. However, we don't have the given limits. By using the two functions, we can derive based on x value. Find the two limits, which is based on x value. Y is equals to 2x squared plus 10, and the other y is equals to 4x plus 16. So we need to find the intersection of the two given functions. 2x squared plus 10 is equal to 4x plus 16, and simplify. So 2x squared minus 4x, transfer to other side, then 10 minus 16 or 6, and it is equal to 0. Or this will be x squared minus 2x minus 6 over 2 is 3, and equate that to 0. And by factoring, we can find the value of x, and we have two values for x. So x and x, and equate that to 0. We have negative 3, so we have 3, and the factor is 1. However, we need to find the value that is equivalent to negative 2. So we have negative 3x, and the other one should be positive 1. So negative 3 times positive 1 is also negative 3. We can find the value for two x's, where x is positive 3, while the other x is equal to negative 1. So in this case, we have negative 1 and positive 3, and this is the point. So we have now the limits. So we substitute based on the formula for area. So area is equal to the integral of the upper function, which is based on the graph, it is y equals to 4x plus 16. So 4x plus 16 minus the lower function, which is y is equals to 2x squared plus 10, or open parentheses 2x squared plus 10 and dx, and the limit is from negative 1 to 3, and we simplify. So integral of the limit from negative 1 to 3, we have 4x plus 16 minus 2x squared minus 10 dx, and integral of 3 negative 1 negative 2x squared minus 4x or plus 4x, 16 minus 10 is positive 6, and dx, and that's the time we can integrate. So integral of negative 2x squared, it is equivalent to negative x 2 plus 1 or 3 over 3 plus 4 x plus 1 or 1 plus 1 or x squared all over 2 and plus 6x with a limit from -1 to 3, and substitute the value for the upper limit, which is 3, so -2 times 3 cube all over 3. 4 over 2 is 2, so plus 2 x squared or x 3 squared plus 6 times 3. The lower limit, which is -1, so negative open parenthesis, and we have -2/3 of -1 cube plus 4 over 2 is 2 times -1 squared plus 6 times -1 and close parenthesis, and we simplify. So we have -2 times 3 times 3 times 3 over 3. We cancel out 3 and the remaining is 2. So we have 2 times 3 squared or -18 plus 2 times 9 or +18 plus 6 times 3 is also +18 minus, so we have -2/3 times -1 cube. This is -1 times negative, it is positive, so 2/3 times negative, or this will be -2/3, then plus 2 times -1 squared or 2 times 1 +2 times negative, this is also -2, and 6 times -1 is -6 times negative, it is +6, and we cancel out +18 and -18. So the area is equal to 18 minus 2 is 16 plus 6, or this is 22 minus 2/3, and 22 times 3, it is equivalent to 66 minus 2, and the common denominator is 3, or area is equal to 64 over 3, and the value is A is equal to 64 over 3.